The iPhone 7 was just released this past Friday. This release has probably been the most controversial for an iPhone to date, and it's mainly for one reason: the lack of a headphone jack. Throughout the company's history, Apple has made decisions like this, decisions that angered the customer at first, but eventually they grew to accept and even appreciate. Apple has been able to do this as a company because of one key device: Rhetoric. Steve Jobs was a master at advertising his product, telling you why it's the best around and why everything else is inferior. Apple has maintained this philosophy, and it continues to work. In their most recent keynote, they used the three main facets of Rhetoric, which are pathos, logos, and ethos, to promote their newest phone. I'll show you examples of these in the following clips. First, let's look at how this ad uses pathos. Even from this short clip, you can see that it brings upon an emotional response because of just how well made it is. For some, it could hype them up into buying the iPhone even though they don't really need it. This is what Apple has always done. They make you feel like you need their product in order to be up to date and trendy, even though there are plenty of other options out there. The next clip showcases logos and how it pushes the consumer to buy the product.
Here's what the team has been doing over the years. The A10 Fusion is now 120 times faster than the original iPhone. And look at the last 3 years, from the 5S to the 6, the 6 to the 6S to now the 7. The jumps in performance are just staggering.
As you can tell, the presenter showcases many graphs and charts and various statistics and specs to show you just how fast this iPhone is. This appeals to anyone who wants to have the latest and greatest product. Lastly, let's look at Apple's use of ethos in the keynote.
Well, what matters most is the pictures you can take with the iPhone 7. So, of course, we've given iPhone 7s to a number of great photographers and asked them to show us what's possible directly with this incredible camera. And they were so blown away. I want to use one quote of what photographers had to say about this. Christopher Anderson said, "This iPhone is going to be a part of any professional's repertoire of tools. The camera didn't just handle low light, it rendered the separation of colors in a way that reminds me of film, just beautiful." That is remarkable praise from a great photographer.
There's an obvious call to authority in this part of the presentation, with Apple referring to professional photographers and artists saying positive things about the new camera. Eventually, they show some of the images that these photographers took, implying that regular consumers can create something just as stunning. By the end of the keynote, the viewer has been overloaded with all types of rhetoric, enough to maybe convince them to buy the new product. It's going to work for millions upon millions of people. This is why Apple has been so successful as a company. They are masters of rhetoric.